Tomorrow I turn 29, and before I close a chapter on 28, I need to leave something behind. Not a highlight reel, not a flexing montage, something real. 28 lessons that actually taught me how to move, how to think, and how I show up in my career, in my relationships, and in my life. Some of these things are going to hit you. Some of them are really going to make you uncomfortable. And a few of them, you're going to want to take a screenshot and send it to somebody that should have had this yesterday. What's good, everybody? It's Hold It Down Jay. Before we begin, I'm going to need y'all to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Today's video is going to be a little different. We're not talking about SOC workflows or LinkedIn strategies or AI tools. Nah, none of that today. Today is personal. This is about my birthday. I'm turning 29 and I figured, what better way to mark the moment than to sit down and be completely transparent about what these years have actually taught me. 28 lessons, one for every year. No fluff, no filler, just real talk. Let's go. Lesson 1. The room that settles you is the room that shrinks you. If you're in an environment, a job, a relationship, a friend group that is asking you to make yourself smaller to fit in, that is not your room. The right room expands you. It challenges you. It makes you feel better just by being in it. Stop squeezing yourself into places that you wasn't born to fit in. They were never built for what you're becoming. If you've been uncomfortable for a long time, that is not a sign to endure it. That's a sign to leave. Lesson 2. Unbothered is a skill. Practice it daily. People are going to have opinions about your life that you never asked for. Your choices, your career moves, even your relationship, your timeline. And here's what I learned. The people with the loudest opinions are actually the ones that's doing the least. Unbothered doesn't mean you don't care. It means that you decide who gets access to affect your peace. That list should be very short. Guard it accordingly. Lesson number 3. Your network is your net worth, only if your relationships are real. I've seen people with thousands of LinkedIn connections and can never get a call back because the connections that they have aren't real. They didn't actually know them. A real network is built off genuine relationships. People who could vouch for you, who pick up when you call, who think of you when an opportunity shows up. 10 real relationships will always outperform 1,000 fake ones. Invest in depth, not just numbers. Lesson 4. Everyone is not going to clap for you, so just keep building. This one really took me a while to accept. Some people are genuinely rooting for you, and some people are waiting for you to fall so they can feel better about standing still. And the wild part, both groups might be people you actually love. You cannot build your future waiting on conscience. The people who need a validation before they move, most of them are still waiting. Don't be that person. Build. The applause will come. Maybe not from who you expected to come from. Lesson 5. Boundaries are not mean. They're just maintenance. For a long time, I thought setting boundaries meant I was being difficult. That saying no meant that I was letting somebody down. It doesn't. Boundaries are how you protect your energy, your time, and your mental health, so you can show up fully for the people and the things that actually matter. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Boundaries aren't walls. They're doors with locks, and you decide who gets a key. Lesson 6. The version of you that people can't figure out is the version that actually wins. When you stop being predictable, when you stop being a person that reacts the same way every time, who can be rattled by some things, who follows the expected path, you become dangerous in the best way. People can't play chess with a piece that they can't predict. Stay consistent in your values. Stay unpredictable in your moves. That combination is powerful. Lesson 7. Comfort is the most expensive thing that you'll ever buy. Every time you choose comfort over growth, it's gonna cost you something. Maybe it was a conversation you avoided, a risk you didn't take, a change you needed to make but you kept putting it off. Comfort feels free in a moment, but the bill comes in later, in missed opportunities, in stagnant careers, in relationships that should have ended years ago. The price of doing something comfortable is way higher than doing something uncomfortable. Lesson 8. You could still be a good person and say no. Your goodness is not measured by how available you are to people. You are allowed to decline. You are allowed not to have a reason. You are allowed to prioritize yourself without an explanation or any type of reasoning. Saying no to the wrong things is how you say yes to the right things. And the people who genuinely care about you will understand that. Lesson 9. Silence is a superpower. Not everybody deserves your explanation. I used to feel like I owed everyone an explanation for all the decisions I made. Why I left, why I didn't respond, why I chose this over that. I don't do that anymore. Some things don't require defense. Your peace doesn't need a press release. Learn to let your actions speak and let the silence do the rest. Not everyone deserves the privilege of your inner world. Lesson 10. Stop performing for people that's not even paying attention. You're exhausting yourself trying to impress people who are too focused on their lives to even notice half of the things you're doing. The carefully curated posts, the force updates, the highlights you share, hoping and praying that the person you see specifically sees it. Let it go. The most freeing thing you can do is start doing things purely because they align with things that you do and who you are, not because of the audience that you're imagining. Authenticity is magnetic. Performance is exhausting. Lesson 11. Healing isn't linear, and that's okay. Keep going anyways. Some days you're gonna feel like you made so much progress, and then something small, a song, a conversation, a memory, is gonna knock you back and make you feel like you're starting over again. You are not starting over. You're going deeper. Healing works in spirals, not straight lines. Be patient with yourself the same way you'll be patient with someone you love that will be going through the same thing. You deserve the same grace. Lesson 12. Keep your blinders on. My dad taught me this one. You know how racehorses wear blinders? Those little shields blocking everything from left to right? It's not to limit them, it's to protect their focus. The moment a horse gets distracted by something that's racing next to him, they lose the race. Same applies to you. People are going to be moving around you. Social media is going to show you everyone's highlight reel at the exact moment you're in grind season. If you take those blinders off and start running someone else's race, you will lose every time. Stay locked in on your lane, your goals, your vision. My dad gave me that lesson, and now I'm giving it back to you. Lesson 13. Proximity to the right people will move you faster than any certification. I am not telling you certifications don't matter. They do, but I've watched people with modest credentials land incredible opportunities because they were in the right rooms, building the right relationships, and having the right conversations. One introduction from the right person can open the door that 100 certifications just can't do. Both matter, but never underestimate the power of being genuinely connected to people who believe in you and what you're building. Lesson 15. Comparison is a thief with a really good PR. Everybody talks about comparison like it's an obvious trap and it's easy to avoid. It's not, because comparison doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it looks like inspiration. Sometimes it looks like motivation. And then quietly, it turns into inadequacy, into why not me, into measuring your chapter 3 to somebody else's chapter 20. Stay in your lane. Your story has a timeline that only belongs to you. Run your race. Lesson 16. Loyalty without reciprocity is just volunteering to be used. Being loyal is a beautiful quality until it becomes a pattern of giving everything to people who give nothing back. Loyalty should be a two-way street. If you're consistently the one showing up, checking in, investing, supporting, and that energy is not coming back to you, that is not a relationship worth protecting at the cost of yourself. You teach people how to treat you. Require reciprocity. Lesson 17. Your peace of mind is non-negotiable. Protect it like an infrastructure. In cybersecurity, we build layers of defense around things that matter the most. Firewalls, access controls, monitoring. We make sure the critical assets are protected. Your peace of mind is a critical asset. Build layers around it. Be intentional about what you let in. Monitor what's draining it. And when something threatens it consistently, isolate it and remove it from your environment. Your peace is worth defending. Lesson 18. Nobody's coming to save your career. That's your job. I say this with love. There's no mentor who's going to appear and just hand you your roadmap. No manager who's going to notice your potential and notice you without you advocating for yourself. Not one company that's going to invest out of the good out of their heart. You have to drive this. You have to identify the gaps, build the skills, have the conversations, make the moves. Take full ownership of where your career goes, because the alternative is waiting. And waiting is how years disappear. Lesson 19. The version of yourself 5 years from now is based off the decisions that you make today. Every choice that you make today is like a brick. The habits you build, the skills you invest in, the relationships you nurture, the boundaries you set or fail, the risks you take or avoid. You're constructing something right now, whether you're being intentional or not. The only question is, are you building what you actually want? 5 years go faster than you think. Start building on purpose. Lesson 20. Soft skills will get you places that hard skills can only get you close to. Technical skills get you in the door. Communication, emotional intelligence, leadership, the ability to read a room, to tell a story, to make someone feel heard, those are what get you at the table. I've watched technically brilliant people get passed over because they couldn't communicate the ideas clearly. I've watched people with average technical skills rise to leadership because they're exceptional with people. Invest in both, but don't sleep on the soft side. Lesson 21. Money solves money problems, but it doesn't solve you problems. More income will definitely reduce financial stress. Pay your bills, build your savings, invest in your future. That matters enormously. But I've learned that money doesn't fix emptiness. It doesn't fix broken relationships. It doesn't fix a lack It doesn't fix a lack of purpose or unresolved trauma or the quiet feeling that something is missing. Get your money right. Absolutely, but also do the inner work. Both things can be true at the same time. Lesson 22. Outgrowing people isn't betrayal, it's growth. This one is uncomfortable because it involves people you genuinely love. But growth is real. And sometimes the people that was perfect for who you were are not the right fit for who you are becoming. That doesn't make them bad people. It doesn't make you disloyal either. It makes you human. You are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to need different things at different seasons of your life. Grief the distance when it comes. And keep growing anyways. Lesson 23. The most dangerous place to live is inside someone else's opinion about you. When you let someone else's perception of you become your reality, you hand them control of your life. And here's the things about people's opinions. They're shaped by their own experiences, their own insecurities, and their own limitations. Their opinion of you is more about them than it is you. The only opinion of you that carry real weight is the one you form when you look in the mirror with complete honesty. Build from that, not from theirs. Lesson 24. Accountability without self-compassion is just self-branding with better punishment. Yes, own your mistakes. Yes, do better. All that is necessary and important. But there's a difference between holding yourself accountable and beating yourself up indefinitely for being human. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to fall short sometimes. The goal is to learn, adjust, and move forward. Not to carry the weight of every error like a permanent sentence. Be as compassionate with yourself as you will with someone you love. Lesson 25. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room to get the biggest impression. Volume is not authority. The person who speaks the least but says the most, who listens deeply, who chooses their words carefully, who moves with intention, that person commands a different type of respect. You don't have to dominate every conversation to be remembered. Show up with substance. Speak with purpose. Let the quality of your presence do the work that a lot of noise can never do. Lesson 26. Not every season is a harvest. Some are just soil. Some periods of your life, you're gonna feel like nothing is happening. Like you're grinding with no visible results. Like everyone else is winning and you just not. Those seasons feel frustrating, but they are not wasted. Those are the seasons where the roots grow deep, where the foundation gets built, where the character gets formed. The harvest always follows the soil season. Trust the process even when you can't see it. Lesson 27. Protect your energy like it's the most valuable asset that you ever own, because it is. Everything you want to build, your career, your relationships, your health, your legacy, requires energy. And energy is finite. Every person you allow to drain it, every situation you stay in depletes it. Every commitment that you make out of obligation rather than alignment, those are withdrawals from an account that doesn't have unlimited funds. Be ruthless about what you give your energy to. The things that deserve it will thank you for it. Lesson 28. 29 is not a deadline. It's a foundation. There's so much noise about where you're supposed to be at a certain age, what you should have accomplished, what box you should have checked by now. And I want to call all that out for what it is: noise. 29 is not a finish line. It's not a deadline. It's not a judgment. It's a foundation. Everything I've been through, everything I've learned, every mistake, every win, every hard season, and every breakthrough, it's all been laying the groundwork for what's coming next. And I'm just getting started, and so are you. 28 lessons, 28 years. And honestly, I think I'm starting to understand the assignment. If even one of these hits you, drop it in the comments. Tell me which number stopped you. Tell me which one you needed to hear. Tell me which one you about to send to somebody right now. I genuinely want to know. And if you've never been in this channel before, welcome. This is what we do here. Real conversations, real lessons. No fluff. Subscribe and come back because we just getting warmed up. To everybody that's been rocking with Hold It Down Jay, thank you. Genuinely, you have no idea what your support means. I'm Hold It Down Jay, 29 tomorrow, built different, and we're just getting started. I'll see y'all next Sunday at 12 p.m. Peace.